Hello everyone, and welcome to a new series on this channel. This is the Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. I've seen a lot of good stuff about this game series, and I've also seen gameplay of the first game and Dual Destinies. That's kind of it. So, I kind of know what happens in this game, but I don't know what happens in the other two. Those are still kind of, I know what characters show up in them, what they're like, but I don't know like the plot behind these two games. I know about this one though. So, we are gonna jump right in, and for voices, I have someone helping me out. Say hello, Alice.
Hi.
we're gonna jump right in with episode 1, the first turnabout. So let's go.
The dude looks so crazy. Blood.
Yeah, that's the opening cutscene as always. Were you referencing Zootopia there?
Very much. Looks like we have our Hopper.
Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him.
Why are you going so fast?
I'll make it look like he did it.
Stop going fast. Make what?
Okay. Defendant lobby number 2. So we're jumping in right away. Boy, am I nervous.
Right. I still don't know how to say his name.
Wright, that's how you say his
Chief?
name. That's me. Oh, hi, Chief.
No, I thought she was his assistant.
Oh no, she's his boss. She's basically his boss. You meet the assistant next episode.
Oh, okay.
And if you look in the court record, this is what we have so far. Just the attorney's badge. No one believe I was the defense attorney if I didn't carry this. And then the autopsy report.
Time of death.
July,
of blood.
July 31st. Wait. Wait, I'm confused by this date.
Wait, July, yeah. No, because it's August 3rd.
Yeah.
July
31st, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Brain fart.
Yeah.
4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. And we go to profiles. We have 3 so far.
Chief attorney at Faye & Co. My boss and very good defense attorney.
Yep, Larry Butz. So I guess the defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school, and then the victim in this case, the model. She lives in an apartment by herself.
Wait, and why? Okay. So, okay. Wait.
She has
okay.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Good? Okay.
I'm trying to connect the dots. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You just skipped it. Wait. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Oh, are we new?
What? Phoenix is new. Mia has been on the... been in the job for 3 years at this point.
It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
And take note, this game, when this game was first released in 2001, it takes place in the future.
Whoa.
Basically takes place in the future for 2001, which was 2016. This is 2016 right now.
Future?
It was future when the game was released, right? Yeah. This is basically the past for us now. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my recurring job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over!
Whoopsies. Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him. Death, despair! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah.
What? She's making faces at him.
These are the HD sprites. You should
I know what sprites are.
I know. These are pixelated before on the Game Boy Advanced. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't.
So they were dating.
Yeah, basically. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death.
Oh, it even says
The newspapers say it was you. Well, My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one.
death.
A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, whenever something smells, it's usually the Butz.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's basically a form of a bumbling idiot, kind of. No, I wouldn't say he's much of an idiot. He kind of, in the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, is usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck.
The ultimate unlucky student.
Pretty much. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I own one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. So, we're at the trial now.
Objection.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. Butz.
Oh, stop.
Well, I gotta throw some humor in somewhere. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Ellipses. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, more ellipses. I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Oh.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Of course, we go into profiles. Larry Butz.
Whoa, who's the other guy?
The other guy? Oh, that's the prosecutor that showed up for this case. Winston Payne. He's basically a tutorial prosecutor.
He's 52. He has some more experience.
He does. He was originally known. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, generally bad at getting his points. I feel.
Yeah.
I like that.
So Larry Butz. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about and you'll do fine.
What would have happened if we said the wrong one?
You probably would have been mad. I don't know. We should probably do something. I don't know. We should just answer something wrong on purpose to just see what happens. This is a murder trial. Tell me what the victim's name. Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Like I just did. Twice. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix! Sorry. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name.
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's
She's
name.
disappointed.
I just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record.
Yes, I know. I already looked there twice.
Well, your character doesn't. Just press the R button to check. Stop it.
Yeah, I'm pressing the R button.
Check it anytime. Look at that.
I'm pressing the R button. I'm pressing the R. I know who the victims. I know the name. Okay.
I did not. So.
Yeah, I know the name.
Okay,
We're fine.
question.
We're good.
Yes. We're good. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Mia Fey.
Cinderblock. No, fun fact here, actually. some of these names are actually based off just some of these names are mostly just pun names. Basically, an object is their name. It's like Cindy Stone is actually Cinderblock.
I laugh in pain.
And then Winston Payne.
Oh shoot! I just made a pun.
Winston Payne. His name pun? Wince in pain. Yeah. Anyway, so Cindy Stone is our victim. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Yep. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the finger. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it to evidence. What were you saying?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how he would have pinned it on him.
But, it'll be explained. Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial.
Yeah, good to know. It's right here. I know I'm doing. I know I'm doing, Mia. Don't worry.
Some other people don't, Mike Bot.
Okay. Well.
That evidence is the only ammunition. Okay, there we go. Ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call his first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. The lawyer gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Can we object?
Not yet we can. We can't yet. This isn't an actual testimony. This is supposed to be dialogue here, I believe. Ahem! Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony! Didn't they all die?
Yeah, weren't they all murdered by their lover? Wait, I'm wrong.
No,
that's wrong.
they just all died, basically.
They just all died.
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my call. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, what do you mean, one of them?
Get that dude in. What?
Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, all the men who gave her money and gifts. She took the money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude, we can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Objection!
Yeah, we can jump soon. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I?
No, stop him.
Stop him from answering. Our client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. You're gonna see a lot of table slamming in this game.
You really did.
You really are gonna see a lot of table slamming. Oof. Wins. Winston Payne.
Stop and continue.
I'm sorry. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? She dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, uh-oh. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. Stop him from answering. I'm just gonna have him. I think we should. Yeah, let's have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a single. Tell the truth.
How is that tell the truth?
Yeah, I was there. I went. The signal worked either way. Because he's nervous. Order! Well, Mr. Butz. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. He has a very... Yeah, Payne has a very high-pitched objection. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victims. I worded that wrongly. I'm very sorry. I hope I don't get a penalty for that. The man who found the victim's body just before making a gruesome discovery.
Sorry.
He saw the defendants fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call his witness. Yes, Your Honor.
Watch it be the murderer.
Most likely is. This is a tutorial case after all. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sarrett to the stand.
We're sorry. Oh. We're sorry for any mispronounced names.
Mr. Sarrett, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers. Yes. I'm gonna try to like get these voices based on the anime. Maybe try something different. There's an anime, yeah.
Objection!
I saw clips of some of the English dub voices, but I don't know if they're gonna be good enough or not. Mr. Sarrett, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. And this is when we finally get into things. So here we go.
Oh, is this a cat? Oh, testimony.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking you're strange, I look inside the apartment. And then I see her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I crawled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. Quail? Oh, shoot.
Wait, I might be wrong.
Oh dear. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment not working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sarrett saw was one of those phones. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Blackout record added to the court record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Oh, right. This is it. The real deal. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, wait.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
We just listen to the voice actors and all that.
Okay, so, go ahead.
Why, you expose the lies in the testimony, the witness you just... That was really badly said. Why?
Yeah, this game can be notorious for typos.
Yeah. Why? You expose the lies in the test... Oh, I understand now. Okay, we're gonna cut that out. Mike Botch!
I'm evil.
Oh wait, that's you.
Lies! What? You was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? And then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Oh, that was... Or is your client really... guilty?
Ellipses.
Ellipses.
Ah! How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand.
Okay, this is what we have at hand. The autopsy report, the statue, the passport, and the blackout record. Not much, but it should be enough, hopefully.
There is bound to be contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub... Stop. In the
That was an accidental request. That time it was an accident. I'm sorry. It was an accident that time.
Right.
Okay.
Open the court record with the R button and point out contradictions in the You already know this.
Yeah.
You're just gonna say you already know this. So go.
Okay, let's go.
So stern.
Witness this account.
You can see he's lying.
I was going door to door selling descriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. Remember, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
He didn't go inside, but the phone in the apartment wasn't working.
I'm not sure that's the...
He said he didn't go inside the apartment, but he also said the phone wasn't working.
So you're basically wondering how you possibly knew that. We could press on.
He said he didn't go inside.
We could press on it, but I don't think. But we have nothing to prove that he actually didn't do that. So.
That's still just.
I caught what the contradiction was in his testimony from before. I know what to present. So if you want, we can just press it, see what happens.
That's fine, Michael. Go ahead.
Okay. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Wait, the power was out. Oh, yeah.
This is what hopefully this is what I present.
Objection!
Okay, good. If the music stops, that means you presented the right thing.
Oh, that's nice.
And the health bar goes away.
Oh, we have a health bar?
Yeah, we have a health bar. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Table slamming. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. And the autopsy notes the time of death was sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sort, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job. Right. I can't. Way to put him on the spot.
Just say right.
Right. I'm horrible with ours. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
See through one and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Because don't forget, this can be. I can find you a contempt in court for this. The time of the discovery. And get you for perjury, but that never happens in this series. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of the taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Wait. There was no power.
Exactly. I see. You heard a voice saying at the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one.
Yay.
And we already know what the contradiction was, so we can just jump right to it. Oh.
Michael.
Oh shoot, I hit the wrong buttons. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. How do you explain the gap? Well, witness, can you explain this? Okay, it's not really gonna have anything for that part right now, so we're just gonna... there we go. That's how I do that. And, okay. Present on the blackout report, and boom! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television or video. Yeah! The defense has a point. Do you have any explanation for this, Mr. Sartre? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sartre? The court will prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught, to say the least. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sartre. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please.
God, you're so much better than me at voice acting.
Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Oh. I now realize the pun behind his name. Frank saw it.
Okay, keep going.
Anyways, there was a table clock in the apartment. It wasn't there. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Oh, shoot. You're serious.
That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. Defendant may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. So, okay. So we need to figure out exactly... Huh. Well, now we have to figure out exactly where the...
It was the murder weapon.
It's definitely the murder weapon. We just
no,
need to figure out...
it wasn't the murder weapon, but he said it was the murder weapon. Too close to that.
He said it.
This is the murder weapon.
Yeah, but he said the clock was the murder weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's secretly a clock. So we need to figure out which statement contradicts the clock.
Secretly a clock?
Yeah.
It's a statue!
You'll see. Hang on, I gotta figure out... Oh.
Now, find the contradiction.
I believe this might have been it, but we're basically gonna be guessing here.
Yeah.
Nope, that was wrong.
What?
How exactly are that evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Ah, so that was a failure. I don't think that won me any points for the judge. Okay, so it's not that one. Table clock in the apartment was... Oh, maybe I try pressing this. The table clock? Was there a clock in the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. And that's it, okay. Wait a minute. Maybe we present this, because it's the murder weapon.
Yeah, that's what
With that
I'm trying to
statement.
say.
Okay, that statement. That's the right statement there. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? No, it just does that. Your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sod. Hey, it's right over there, okay? That's the clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. I didn't bring it up before because it's now relevant. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and say the time, and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock, but it's admitted as a statue. My apologies.
But he saw it.
Wait for it. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is the clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes.
Yes, we absolutely do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. I was gonna say knew the victim. My bad. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
You just said it.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sod, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon just spoke as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? I don't know if that's not really an objection you throw out there, but okay. This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw. He's mad. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death. So he's basically breaking down now, so his voice is gonna be a bit different now. Order in the court, I say, or some of you might be thrown out. Your Honor, a moment, please, just a moment. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly a strange way to announce the time.
It's the thinking stick.
Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! What the? As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right! How am I going to prove that? Damn it! So close. Mr. Wright! It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank's heart. I come all this way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. Ugh, almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Mia's gonna say something. Oh, no. Ah! Not so fast, Mr. Solid! I got it.
Panel of everyone being shocked. Chief?
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right. Ah, I hate that. No.
Right.
Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Oh wait, no, the blackout.
No, not because of the blackout. She was overseas in Paris, remember?
Oh right.
So of course, the passport.
Or did the blackout happen?
Blackout did happen.
Oh,
Wait, maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can. I can't even read. That can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support this claim? Of course. There was a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Passport.
Boom! Oh, X button. I hit the A button. Take that! Take that! The victim had just returned from home from a The victim had just returned home from abroad the day of the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there.
Oh.
The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sarge? Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
You're right.
And breakdown.
Oh! Whoa. Yeah. What?
What do I say? I swear I will throw some of you out if this continues. Disrupting court. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor.
What?
They thought...
Wait,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought he was talking about the other dude.
Larry?
Yeah.
Like, wait, his breakdown, like, I could have sworn he was dead for a second there. I guess not. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone plead a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit all at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz.
Innocent.
Not guilty! Confetti! Time! Show confetti for everyone! And with that, this court is adjourned. And that's it for the tutorial case. Turns out that Frank Sar was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sar let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sar grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find
Death.
There was probably a profile for Mr. Solid, but we never actually got that. Check that out. Probably check that. Defendant lobby number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. Oh, why do people repeat words? You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean bad! Bad, bad, bad!
Yeah, bad.
Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But Cindy, Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry. Who the hell is Harry? Oh.
Harry? Wrong name, Mia. Oh yeah, there is a profile for him. I never checked it out.
Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Harry.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Ellipses.
The reason Larry was murdered is because A, eyewitness, B, his fingerprints were on that in the anime. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Oh, memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry?
Stop.
Larry. ...
Are you so sure?
Squeeze me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't. You don't gotta sympathize with me, okay?
Oh, I'm not just
Sympathizing.
No, I know. This feels wrong. I'm not just sympathizing, really.
Let's wait for it.
Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah,
I
right.
see where she's going now. I thought it was going somewhere totally.
What the heck is she talking about? The thing that was with her.
That's what killed her.
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive. You want just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is a clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock. That's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. Why did I say that so weirdly? We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Wow, inspiring. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. This is sappy. Well, I think our
get used to it. This is what most
done.
of the endings are
Shall
like.
we be off?
This is what most of the endings are like. Get ready. Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. Why did I said the first one with a question and I didn't on the second one when it had a question mark.
Okay.
We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. I can't do that.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Well, he slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident.
Oh, is he gonna kill
And my
someone?
promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Oh, does she die? Does Larry kill her? You are answering! Oh!
Brand new episode has been added.
Mia Fey?
Save your progress up to this point.
Oh wait, no wait, she can't die.
Save data number 1. Okay, so...
Wait.
Oh shoot, it's still going? Don't tell me you just went right, it went right to the... Dang it,
Hello, this is Maya.
Okay, so this is for the next episode. I'm sorry, but I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to end this here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the notification button. And
come back to I am a horrible voice actor and he's actually pretty good. Yeah!
See you guys next time.